everybody. Welcome to the course. My name is Brittany Estes. It's great to have you guys all here. I'm going to walk you guys through the syllabus and the course calendar, and I'm going to do it as quickly as I can. There is a syllabus quiz that follows this, so please make sure you know where to access this information, either here. You can also find it in the resources module at the top of the modules page, or in the syllabus tab on the left-hand side of the Canvas menu. So this course is October 16th to December 13th. If you need to email me, please use the Canvas email functionality to do so. This course really looks at a number of different texts, genres, movements related to the development of what eventually will become a quote-unquote American identity, from early settlers up through the Civil War. Now, in this course, we're going to look at both canonical texts, so texts you've probably read before, like Edgar Allan Poe or Hawthorne or Longfellow. But we're also going to read a number of texts from authors who are more marginalized voices. So maybe you haven't read them before. We'll look at different female authors or Latino authors or African American authors, because it's important to study these voices that maybe aren't given quite as much space in the field as other canonical texts. So I hope that you guys find value in these different texts as well. You guys can read the course goals, the outcomes yourself. As far as materials, you need to make sure that you have access to Canvas. You need to make sure that you have access to any needed software. So the primary software that you're going to need is Microsoft Word. If you have a Mac, if you don't have Microsoft Word, you can get it for free through the college. So it is a requirement. Make sure you go and have that downloaded. I say that because MLA is required as the research methodology for this course, and because PDF and text files and pages change the formatting, it's not going to work. So you can't submit a Google Doc, something like that. So please make sure that you do have Microsoft Word. There is a textbook required. It's the Norton Anthology of American Literature, beginnings to 1865. There are 2 volumes. Any edition is acceptable. I say this with the caveat that a number of these texts are Googleable. You can find Emily Dickinson's poems online. You can find Edgar Allan Poe's works online. So I say that just as knowledge for you guys, if you so choose to go that route. Everything else will be available online, so I will do my best to give you guys any resources that are needed. A note about the editions. So you'll see in the assignments that I've given you the page numbers for the 8th and 9th editions. The 8th edition is what I was given for teaching, and so the lectures will reference page numbers from the 8th edition. There was a 9th edition that came out a couple of years ago, so I've also included the page numbers for the 9th edition for reference, depending on which edition you have. There are other shorter editions, things like that. So in any case, you can generally find the text in the edition that you have. And if the page number doesn't match from the lecture to what you're reading, you can just pause the lecture and go and find the correct page number. So Canvas is obviously necessary for the course. Make sure you understand how to use it. There is a Canvas 101 video in the modules, in the resources modules at the top of the modules page. If you don't know how to use Canvas, I definitely suggest checking that out. Everything in this course is semi-self-paced, so everything is divided up on a weekly basis, with the deadline being Sunday night for that week at 11:59 p.m. You actually have access to all units within the course at once. So if you want to work ahead, you are more than welcome to. There is a generative AI policy in place for this course. Essentially, while AI is of course a necessary technology that will be of great use in many different courses, the purpose of this course is to really develop your writing skills, your argumentation skills, and your critical analysis skills. And we can't necessarily have AI doing that for you and still have it be your own work and skill development. So because of that, there is a no AI policy in this course. You should not be relying on AI to do your writing for you or your analysis for you. At this time, this is the policy that we're going to adhere to, and the plagiarism detection tool that we have also does detect AI as well. So please make sure you're not using it for this course for those purposes. This course is going to have 3 major units. There's an early settlement unit that takes us from the early settlers like Columbus. There's an essay in that unit that's 15%. Then we're going to move into the Enlightenment and Romanticism unit. That is 20% of your grade, that essay. And then the Transcendentalism unit, the final essay, will be 25%. This is 60% of your grade. The other 40% comes from quizzes, writing assignments, blogs, discussion boards, and attendance and participation. As you can see, the breakdown there. And the grading scale is there for you guys. Incomplete just means that you have an extenuating circumstance that requires you to complete the course after the close of the course. In that case, you and I will work with the college to determine how to complete the course and at what date. Like I said, everything is due at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night of that week. So all weekly assignments are due that week. I will email you guys Monday morning through Canvas with a reminder of what the weekly assignments are. I will also have a weekly overview at the start of each module. A note that you guys really do want to work through the modules. Don't work through your assignment lists. If you're not working through the modules, you will miss all of the context, the instructions around each assignment. And this content builds on itself, so it's important that you're working through the modules. Essays are use standard, the major writing assignments and the essays for the course will use MLA formatting. So there is a resource for you guys in the modules tab if you don't know how to do MLA that walks you through all of the guidelines around it. But essentially, your major writing assignments need to have 1-inch margins all around, double spaced, Times New Roman, Cambria, Arial, Calibri font, 12-point font. And then everything, like I said, is checked for plagiarism. And also, there is an AI detection tool within that. So late work is not accepted simply because, like I noted earlier, this is a fairly semi-self-paced course. You do have the ability to work ahead if you have a family member coming to visit or a holiday coming up. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you are working throughout the week at the pace that best fits your schedule, and taking advantage of the fact that you can work ahead if you so choose. With that said, I am fully aware that life does happen and there may be an extenuating circumstance that is extreme that requires an extension. Say you have a hospitalization or a car accident, something like that. I fully understand that and I will work with you. What I do ask is that you are as proactive in alerting me to the need for an extension as you can be. Please don't email me on a Sunday night and say, hey, I've been in the hospital. I was in the hospital last week and I didn't do my work. Can I do it now? That will prove a challenge. And please also don't email me on a Sunday night asking for an extension at 11:50 because I likely won't give it to you. So please make sure you're on top of your work as best as you can be. Take advantage of the fact that this is a fairly flexible course. You can also check your grades throughout the semester in the gradebook tool in Canvas. It's a weighted grade as you saw above, so you will always see the weighted total, and you'll see kind of where you stand in the course. There is an attendance policy in place. If you are missing more than 15% of the class instruction per TCC, you can be dropped from the course. Here's the withdrawal policy if you guys need this information. Participation just means that you are participating in the course, you're doing your assignments, you're emailing me if you have questions or issues. And the important class dates are October 16th is the beginning of class, final ad drop is November 30th, and the final day of class is December 13th. Academic dishonesty, you guys know this, but please don't plagiarize, please don't cheat. You do this, you face a number of consequences, including failing the assignment, failing the course, further action from the college. It can impact your extracurricular activities. This includes both plagiarizing other sources as well as self-plagiarism. So this could be recycling work from a previous assignment within the course, so copying, pasting a discussion board as your essay, or it could be recycling work from another course at TCC, or a course you've done at another college. Turnitin will show us all of these things. So please don't plagiarize, please don't cheat, and please don't self-plagiarize. All right, as far as responsibilities from me, you will always receive a response to your email as long as it's through Canvas within 24 hours. Technically, I'm allowed 2 weeks to return all assignments to you guys. I tend to do this a lot quicker, particularly because this is an 8-week course. I try to be as fast as I can, but the major writing assignments do take a little bit longer. Online officers are available upon request. There is some type of video function tool that we can use within Canvas to meet if we need to. So if you need an online officer, we can make that happen. If you need support services, that information is here. There is documentation involved, so please make sure you do go through the college, the disability services campuses, resources to get those accommodations taken care of. And just make sure you have, like I said, access to Canvas, Microsoft Office suite, preferably Microsoft Word, and access to your email, or your Canvas email as well. If you have a technical issue, call the help desk, number 1. There's a number. You can also send an email to me with the issue itself, the time of the issue, a screenshot. I'm more than happy to try and help. I've been teaching on Canvas for several years, but make sure that you are at least calling them and getting some help. Okay, really quick overview of the calendar. So the first 2 weeks of the course are our first unit. It's going to be our kind of basics, and then we're going to be looking at, not Blackboard, Canvas basics. And then we'll be looking at our first assignment, which is Christopher Columbus. And then we'll also be doing our second week Cabeza de Vaca and Anne Bradstreet assignments. And then we'll have your first essay due on Sunday, October 29th. It's not a long essay. Your second unit will include Enlightenment and Romanticism movements. So normally I teach this as 2 units within a longer course, but I've combined them here. I've reduced the text that we're studying. So the first week you're going to be looking at some Founding Fathers texts. So we look at Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson. Then you're going to be looking at texts from Judith Sargent Murray, some different female poets, and Phyllis Wheatley. And then we'll actually move into Romanticism, and you'll look at some poems from Longfellow. And then week 5, you guys are going to read a short story from Poe, and you'll work on your essay, and it's due on Sunday, November 19th. Week 6 is Thanksgiving, so there will be no work that week. When you come back, we'll move into the Transcendentalism unit, so that's week 7. You'll look at Emerson, Whitman, and Dickinson, and then Frederick Douglass in week 8. And you'll spend the rest of that week writing your essay, which is due on Sunday, December 10th. There is no final exam in this course, but there will be an extra credit opportunity available to you, and it will be due by Tuesday, December 12th if you choose to take advantage of it. So that's the syllabus and course calendar. If you have any questions, let me know, but otherwise go ahead and move on to the next assignment.